Hey citizens, thanks for stopping by. In today's video presentation, we're going to take you for an up-close and personal of this 2020 Hyundai Santa Fe. This particular sample that is going to be featured in today's video is a 2.2 GLS high that is mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. And for this video, I'm going to take the Santa Fe for a full walk-around review, showing you the most interesting features from the interior as well as the exterior. So what are you waiting for? Let's sit back, relax and enjoy of the Santa Fe review.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Under the bonnet of the 4th Gen Santa Fe is a 2.2-liter dual overcam 16 valves and turbocharged inline 4-cylinder diesel engine with common rail direct injection and electronic variable geometry turbo. This engine belongs to R series by Hyundai and it delivers 197 horsepower at 3,800 RPM and 441 Newton meters of torque between 1,750 to 2,750 RPM. Fuel tank size is 64 liters with compliance of Euro 4. All variants of the Santa Fe are paired with only one transmission, and that is the 8-speed automatic gearbox. The Santa Fe GLS High is a two-wheel drive vehicle and the power is sent on the front wheels. Named after the city of New Mexico, the Santa Fe is Hyundai's mid-size SUV that has been around for 4 generations since it began in the year 2000, started as a compact SUV. Fast forward to the present, the 4th generation Hyundai Santa Fe was first unveiled in their hometown South Korea way back in February 2018 and it debuted at the Geneva Motor Show a month after the unveiling. Despite being a 7-seater SUV packed with luxurious features and high-quality comfort that is under on a 2 million peso mark, do you think that the Hyundai Santa Fe is an executive car or a family car or even a car for every barkada? That's all we need to find out. Since this 4th Gen Santa Fe is riding on an all-new platform, you can see the big transformation that elevates to a whole new level. Generally, the design of the 4th Gen Santa Fe is now more of an upscale and sleeker look than the previous generation, by which the 3rd Gen model is striking and also it is on a more aggressive side and very straightforward. Like its small brother Kona, the Santa Fe's front clip adopts the Hyundai's newer design philosophy, in which the DRLs were placed on the top while the headlights were at the middle and front fog lights were placed in the bottom, giving the front end an appealing look. The Cascade waterfall grille gives execution to the front clip, which adds sporty characteristics to the car. You know what? The front clip design of the Santa Fe reminds me of the Nissan Juke and Mitsubishi Xpander having the same characteristics. Like the front, the rear has a sporty characteristic too, with a more luxurious touch which reminded me of a luxury European car. As time goes by, Hyundai is getting to the highest peak of luxury and comfort, like the interior of the 4th Gen Santa Fe, which gets a more premium look with a hint of a Korean kick as usual. Plus, the advanced technology gives the car a great impact on their cars of the modern era, and that's how Hyundai gets the spotlight for their success. In terms of space and practicality, the Santa Fe is on an average size of being a mid-size crossover SUV. But if it does not meet your needs, a truck-based mid-size SUV like Toyota Fortuner or Ford Everest can do its thing. Therefore, the Hyundai Santa Fe is going to be your awesome get-to-go urban vehicle to enjoy the premium luxury features and high-quality comfort that you will never get disappointed in. All variants of the Santa Fe in the Philippines have offered only one engine choice, and that is the 2.2 turbo diesel engine, which is a great advantage for those who need a fuel-efficient car. However, the Hyundai Santa Fe is not an affordable car that you would get even this is the car of your dreams, unless you have a big budget. Going back to that question, do you think that the Hyundai Santa Fe is an executive car or a family car or even a car for every barkada? So we will reflect on that. If based on its expensive price points and the plethora of luxurious features found throughout the car, the Santa Fe is perfect for an executive individual. But when it comes to the space and practicality of a true SUV, the Santa Fe is perfect as a family hauler or even as a barkada's joyride to have fun on a road trip. There are two variants of the Hyundai Santa Fe in the Philippines, 2.2 GLS Mid and 2.2 GLS High. Exterior features for the Hyundai Santa Fe 2.2 GLS High are fitted with LED projector headlights with dynamic bending, LED daytime running lights, LED front fog lights, LED rear lights, black front grille with chrome highlights, indicators on the body-colored side mirrors, body-colored door handles with chrome highlights, roof rails, spare tire mounted under the rear of the car, and dual exhaust pipes. Safety features of the Hyundai Santa Fe GLS High are 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system, dynamic brake control, vehicle stability control, hill start assist, ELR seatbelts in all seats, ISOFIX child seats and tether anchors for the mid-row seats, child lock for the rear doors, and security alarm. 19-inch 5 twin-spoke alloy rims are the shoes of the Santa Fe GLS High wrapped in 235/55 R19 tires. The brakes consist of ventilated discs in front and solid discs at the back. For the suspension, McPherson struts applied for both front wheels, while multi-link setup applied for both rear wheels. So, here's the key fob. Let's go ahead and get started. Visually, the side mirrors of this car are currently folded out. Once you lock the car, the side mirrors will automatically fold in. Similarly, the side mirrors will automatically fold out once the car is unlocked. Standard feature for the Santa Fe GLS High is Hyundai's version of a smart keyless entry system. When the key fob is in yourself, you can utilize the black button found on any of the front door handles. Press the black button to lock all doors, and after waiting for a few moments of seconds, press it again to unlock all doors of this SUV. The puddle lights located on any of the 4-door handles will turn on once the car is unlocked. Puddle light right there. Your storage, bottle holder, speaker, mirror controls, central locking, window controls. All 4 windows in this car are fully powered, while the driver's side window gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Interior brightness adjuster, traction control. This button right here opens and closes your powered lift gate. Fuse box right there. Bonnet release lever. And the driver's seat of this Hyundai Santa Fe gets a fully powered function with all of your controls located right here, including your 2-way lumbar support.
You can choose from a wide range of developments, residential, offices, ministries, townships, even
You have the same set of adjustments as found on the driver's side. However, it loses out on a height adjuster. I forgot to mention, you have your Santa Fe door sills. To start the Santa Fe, Make sure that the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and hit this engine start stop button to fire up the engine. Since we are inside at the closed area or inside the building filled with people, we could not able to start this car for now. But for the meantime, let's put on the ignition. Press this button to turn on the accessory mode. And press it at a second time to turn on the ignition. The Santa Fe receives a Hyundai's motor-driven power steering system, or better known as MDPS, which is their very own version of an electric-assisted power steering system. And not to mention, this one has a rack and pinion type. A 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel with grip bolsters at 10 and 2, satin chrome accents at the bottom spoke, and mounted controls on both 2 steering wheel spokes are standard for the GLS Hyundai Santa Fe. Only one transmission option for the Santa Fe in the Philippines, and that is the 8-speed automatic gearbox, which is paired on a 2.2-liter turbo diesel engine. This transmission is featured with a sequential manual shifting using the plus and minus on the gear shifter. Standard items for the Santa Fe GLS High are your reverse camera with dynamic guidelines, your 360-degree surround view monitor, and front and rear parking sensors. Center armrest with a storage underneath with a removable tray, and there's an ashtray right there. You can put it on your cup holders, either of the two of them. Storage, 2 cup holders, and this car is featured with an electronically controlled parking brake. In order to disengage the parking brake, put your foot on the brake and then push the toggle down. And to activate again, pull it once more while your foot's on the brake. Your drive mode, your view button for your 360-degree around view monitor, and your button to turn off or on your front and rear parking sensors. You have your auto hold function, whereby when you arrive at a stop such as traffic light or traffic jam, when the system is activated, the car won't actually move forward or roll back. This car is featured with a wireless charging. You can use this as your storage area. By the way, you have 12-volt power outlet that has a maximum of 180 watts of power. Your USB charging port, USB auxiliary. You have your dual zone automatic climate control system. Driver side temperature, front passenger side temperature, automatic, sync. Now sync means when you turn it on, each sides will control for both sides, but if you turn it off, each sides will have individual controls. Off button, air conditioning, recirculation, outside air. You have your button to turn on or off. Turn on or off your rear air conditioning system. Front defrost, rear defrost, fan speed, different modes. Two aircon vents. In the middle, hazard switch. The Santa Fe GLS High is featured with Hyundai's integrated touchscreen head unit. This system has a 7-inch infotainment display, various media connectivity options, and 6 speakers for the sound system. The stock sound system of the Hyundai Santa Fe works fairly fine. Now currently you are in a Bluetooth audio streaming. Let's go to Bluetooth. For Bluetooth, You have your the name of your phone connection, artist, your album, song duration, repeat shuffle, go back a song, go for the song, play and pause, repeat, repeat shuffle, menu, connections, sound settings, and go back. Now this is your home menu. Now if you go to phone settings, you have your call history, favorites, contacts. You can dial the number. And here's your menu. You have your download and Bluetooth settings. All menus. You have your phone, Apple CarPlay, auxiliary, music, setup, quick guide, radio, voice memo. You can edit your menus. Go for the setup. Now for the setup, you can set up your sound, display, Bluetooth, phone projection, home screen, date and time, language, keyboard. You can turn the display off. My menu. You can add to my menu. And for your menu, you can add, rearrange, or delete. Apps info. You have your Apple CarPlay and your quick guide. For a quick guide, you got your using the touchscreen, Bluetooth, phone projection, home. For sound settings, you can adjust your position of sound, volume. You can adjust the bass, mid-range, treble, priority, advance. Screensaver, advanced, steering wheel mode button, media change notifications, system info. You can reset your factory default. For your Bluetooth settings, you can add a phone, delete phone using this button right here, or menu. You can disconnect it, whichever you want to be. Auto connection priority. Well, that's about it on this infotainment system of the Hyundai Santa Fe. On the right side of the screen, you got your radio, media, seek track, volume and power knob. Well, on the right side is your home menu, phone, and your setup. Your tune dial, and if you push this button right here, it enters your different your desired folders. Right behind of the infotainment system, you got your speaker right there. Tweeters on both sides. Your light and indicator controls, and your wiper controls. Now on the steering wheel, the left spoke has your voice recognition system, mode button, volume controls, seek track buttons, on, hook, and off hook buttons for your Bluetooth telephone menu. While on the right side is your informational button right here, and your up and down arrows, and your OK button. These buttons right here correspond you to control the multi-information display right within the instrument gauge. the rest, you have your cruise control. The steering wheel on this car gets a manual tilt and telescopic adjusting using this lever right here. Central locking, automatic driver's side window, power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in, press this button. No grip handle on the ceiling for the driver's side. Driver's side sun visor with a vanity mirror and a light. A very interesting feature for this Hyundai Santa Fe. Interior lights right above. Reading lights, interior lights, door, sunglass holder, and your manual dimming rear view mirror. Front passenger side sun visor with a vanity mirror, and there is also a light. Same mechanism as found on the driver's side. Grip handle on the ceiling for the front passenger side. Little storage. A very decent size amount of glove box. Alright, so that's it for this one. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of our review. Bottle holder, storage, speaker, window control. Window shades on both rear doors. Now, there are a couple of ways to fold down the middle row seat back. The first way is via the lever down here. On both sides. And the second way is the button right there. Which I'm going to show you later on at the back. But for now, let's hop in the middle row. In the same lever right here, you can recline your middle row seat back. I did set the driver's seat in a position that I feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'9", which is about 1.7 meters tall. I have room to stretch out my feet underneath at the driver's seat. Leg room. I have this much, while I have this much in terms of headroom. In terms of space inside the Hyundai Santa Fe, actually I realized that it's good though. It's very spacious enough. I have no worries about it. But in terms of comfortness, you have a nicely padded leather seat, which gives you a nice soft ride, and it's manageable throughout. Overall, not a big problem on this kind of class. You do have storage pockets on the front seat backs. You do have 2 air vents, little storage, 2 USB charging ports, grip handles on the ceiling for both sides. While this one right here has a hook, cabin light. Also, you do have center armrest with 2 cup holders. Since this was covered in plastic, so I won't able to show you for now, but yeah. There is a bar down here to slide it forward or backward in order to increase or decrease the space, whether you are in a middle row or last row. Now, let's go on at the last row seat of the Hyundai Santa Fe. To gain access to the back, press this button. Well, let's check how I climbed in as a 5'9" intern. While climbing inside at the last row of the Hyundai Santa Fe, actually it's quite sakto naman siyang pag-sulod dito. Now I'm at the last row seat of the Hyundai Santa Fe. Now, as you can see, I have a little bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath at the driver's seat. Well, as a 5'9" intern, legroom, headroom, actually it fits just right. For me, it's good to have here inside at the last row seat of the Hyundai Santa Fe. However, 6 foot or higher could not able to sit here. Otherwise, they look like a can of sardines. But 5'9" intern, it fits just okay. Now, as mentioned, there are bars down there at the middle row seat. You can able to slide forward and backward to increase or decrease space, whether you are at the middle row or last row. Now, the toys behind found here are your storage, aircon vent, another aircon vent right here with your fan speed on and off, 2 cup holders for this side. At the back you also have a cabin light. You have adjustable headrests in all 3 rows of the seats. There is an alternative way, able to go access the back or last row seat of the Hyundai Santa Fe. Press this button right here. And there you go. There are 4 different ways to operate the power tailgate of the Hyundai Santa Fe GLS High. The Santa Fe's boot space is measured with a range between 540 and 550 liters when all the rear seats are upright. Once the third row seats folded, the boot space increased up to 1,000 liters, and when all the rear seats were folded, the boot space of the Santa Fe created around 3,000 liters. Wow, that's a lot! Available on the boot is a 12-volt power outlet and a button to fold down the second row seats, which is located on the right side. Under the boot floor is a storage together with a toolkit, jack, and cargo cover if the cargo cover isn't needed. In a 5-seater configuration, there is a cargo cover to keep the items at the back secured.
Banana plantation, Iloilo succulents, literal wardrobe.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this full walk-around review of the 2020 Hyundai Santa Fe 2.2 CRDi GLS that is mated to a 6-speed automatic gearbox. If you like this video, make sure it thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell button to get notified for my latest updates. And don't forget, follow all of my social media platforms. As always, I'll see you next time with 4 more latest videos on YouTube. Thank you for watching and mabuhay!
Makikita mo ako sa kalsada with the homies. Kulang kami kasi yung iba hanap ng police. Pilipinas hustler, peso, peso, peso. Mga Pinay ko magkakilala, beso, beso. Sabi niya ako'y alam ko